Number one is passion. You have to find somebody who has the energy to fulfill their assignment. The Word of God says this, it says, now unto him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think, according to the power of the energy that works in him. It is the word energeho, energy. It is the word spirit moving. Whenever we go to the next level in ministry, you'll always find a leader who is extremely passionate. You can tell passionate people because they always have ideas. Passionate people, they love what they do. It doesn't even seem like work. When you find your passion, you'll never work another day in your life. But when it comes to ministry, I can tell when somebody's season is over, when they quit bringing me ideas. We have sometimes in our ministry what's called ideas meetings. Listen to me. And we get people who are in the church, but not necessarily of the church. What do I mean? I mean, they love God. They come to church on Sunday. They might come for midweek. They may come to revival. They're locked in. They're very busy. They love myself. They love my wife. But they're not as involved in the ministry as we are. They're not in the frame of ministry. And we ask them to give us some ideas about what is going on. You'll be surprised if you get some people that are not too busy, how many fresh ideas that they can give you. When you talk about passion, even in my own house, I have 3 daughters, Joy, Faith, and Angel. Joy was one of our leaders of our worship ministry. As a matter of fact, she's going to be the special guest, musical guest for Youth Day at Greater St. Stephen on the 4th Sunday. I can tell when Joy wakes up in the morning because the music is blaring. Joy is singing. She doesn't care who's asleep. She doesn't care who's awake because she's passionate about what she does. The person who's over our men's ministry, we call him the good fellas, Gregory H. Every time I see him, he's asking me, what are we going to do with the men? When can the men be? How can we do something with the men? Because he is passionate about his ministry. 4 of my favorite words is, I have an idea. Passionate people always bring you ideas and they are full of energy about their respective place. Number 2, whenever you're looking to bring somebody on as a worker in ministry, those of us who even lead, the second thing that's very important, everybody say personality. One of the top companies in the world, of course, is Apple. And through Apple's hiring process, they say this, we don't care what you look like. We don't care if you have blue hair, earrings, tattoos up and down. It doesn't matter what you look like. We want to ask you questions and figure out, are you nice? Now, whenever you find out, whenever you ask somebody, are they nice? Of course, they're going to say yes. But it's how they say what they say. It is how they treat other people. It is how they treat people that they may never see again that can determine whether or not they are nice. Howard Schultz, who is the CEO of Starbucks, said this. He said, we got big by remaining small. If you go to New York, sometimes you'll see a Starbucks right across the street from one another. That's because they say when the lines got to be too much and we could not touch our people individually, we knew we had to build another Starbucks. Now, Starbucks could have bought the whole block, but they remain small so that they can touch their people. What do I mean? I mean, every leader is in the greeter's ministry. That means the people that like you, that the people see up front. A few minutes before the worship service begins, I would encourage you to get out of your seats, because we get the best seats, don't we? And go and touch people and make people feel good about coming to church. Because these days, people don't come to church just for a sermon and a song. They come for the whole experience. You can be big and you can be big and still be small. Elders, choir, protocol people, you would be surprised what a smile would do to a first-time guest. You'll be surprised what a hug will do to a first-time guest. We all know that President Barack Obama, the second term, he should have lost the second race. The Republican Party, they had more money, and he made the same mistakes that all first-term presidents make. But the difference between him and the reason he did not lose is because he had Angela Bassett and Denzel Washington knocking on doors, because he taught them the power of the human handshake. You will be surprised, leaders, if you would get out of our fancy seats and sometimes with our collars on and go touch people and say, good morning, how you doing? Welcome to the experience of changing the generation. Number one is passion. Number two is personality. Number three, performance. Can they do the job? Are they equipped? Do they have the matrix and the gifts to do the job? There's a great book I'm going to recommend to you called Discovering Your God-Given Gifts. It is by Kate and Donnie Fortune. It is based upon Romans chapter 12, verses 3 through 8, that tells us that the moment you were conceived, a gift was released into your life. You may have more than one gift, but this gift will show you where you belong in ministry, what kind of career you're supposed to have, why you act the way you act, and most importantly, it will show you that sometimes people in ministry are good people, but they are misplaced. Their job should match their gift. Unfortunately, what we normally do in church is that we give somebody a job that they are not equipped to do. And then they do the best that they can. But when they do something wrong, now we want to fuss at them. Amen. We have to get people in areas that line up with their gift. Performance, can you do the job? When was the last time you bought a book about your ministry? When was the last time you bought a good book on servanthood? Like the Art of Armor Bearing. When was the last time?
That's good, sir. I got it at home.
Somebody say passion.
Passion.
Personality.
Personality.
Performance.
Performance.
Now, I've made the mistake of putting performance over personality. I've made the mistake of making somebody a leader in ministry. They can do the job, but they were not kind to people. And I gave them a large ministry, and before I knew it, they had dwindled it down to nothing. Because unfortunately, in church many times, the leaders see gifts. We see potential. And we see people who have the ability to be able to do it. But sometimes, since most of our people, most in general, are not CEOs, and we are not most in general as a culture of people business owners, the only point of reference we have to leading people are our children. So when we come to church, since that's our only point of reference is leading our children, then we talk to other people like they're your child. Lord have mercy. I'm not going to bother you, but touch your neighbor and tell them, don't let them talk to you like that. Tell them,
sir.
It is passion.
Oh my goodness.
Personality. Then performance. Don't let the performance fool you without checking the personality. Number 4, we'll teach you the process, which means there must be ongoing training. One writer said this: when ministries or businesses fail to grow, it's almost always because they don't invest in the people, the systems, and the process that they need. They lack training. There's 4 steps to it. The first step is telling people what to do. But after you tell them what to do, then you have to teach them how to do it. After you teach them how to do it, then you train them consistently. So ultimately, you can trust them and they can do it even when you are not around. You may want to try doing something like bringing experts in a certain area to train your people at another level. Especially here in Atlanta, you can bring the experts of the Ritz-Carlton in to come and talk to all the leaders to teach people things like hospitality. To teach them, my next point, how to love people. Now, I want to talk to the leaders who have people under them. Our first priority is to take care of the workers. Because the workers are communicating the passion of the leaders to the partners and members of your church. The workers are the face of changing a generation. The workers help everybody understand the product that we have and how good the product is. The product, the height of it is Sunday morning and your midweek experience. So we have to make sure that people understand the love of people and an accountability system. I didn't get a bunch of amens right there. An accountability system says, and it can all be done electronically, if you are not here, we need to know you're not here. Because we're counting on you to be in your spot. Let me move on further. After people, we have to learn how to develop partnerships. Somebody say partnerships.
Partnerships.
Partnerships is when we learn in ministry how to partner with Fortune 500 companies. Because they have what we want, which are products, and we have what they want, which are people. You partner with other people. We're doing something called Harvest Search. We have partnered with Whole Foods, Walgreens, Pinkberry. All of these people now, they come to us wanting to give us products and services because we understand the power of partnership. Finally, promotion. Somebody say promotion.
Promotion.
Not only is everybody on the greeters team, everybody is a part of the marketing ministry.
That's right.
It's not what you do well, it's how many people know you do it well. And the greatest form of advertising is not a billboard or television. The greatest form of advertisement is word of mouth. Because the best companies don't market on TV. When was the last time you saw a Starbucks commercial? When was the last time you saw a Rolls Royce commercial? The best ones of them operate through word of mouth. I want to hand out something to you. We give out like 4 of these to everybody. We encourage people, give these away to everybody you spend money with. It's called grassroots marketing. You learn how to work your neighborhood. I think there's an apartment complex over here somewhere that all you do is just drop off a flyer to let people know exactly where you are. Finally, the ultimate goal is profit with your souls. God came to Moses. Moses went to God and said, this is getting to be too much for me. I can't take it. He said, I'm going to take the weight off of you and put it on the people. I'm very systematic in my life. I go to bed at the same time every night around 10 o'clock. I'm up every morning about 5. I spend my time with God. I prepare my prayer call. We do a call every day, 6 o'clock to 6:10. I wake my girls up, make my girls breakfast, walk Drake, bring the girls to school. Drake is my dog, the girl's dog. They make me walk the dog. Walk the dog, make the girls breakfast, bring the girls to school, go to the gym. One day I asked one of the trainers, how can I get stronger? He said, you have to put more weight on. I said, no problem. I grabbed the weight, I laid on the bench, I began to press the weight off of my chest, and before I know it, I was screaming, telling him to come get it off me. He said, what did you do? I said, I did exactly what you said to do. I said, I want to get stronger. You said add more weight. He said, no. The second part of that is you have to get somebody to help you get the weight off of you. And the only way ministry is going to grow and get to the next level is when we help the leaders take the weight off of them. Lay hands on somebody and tell them I'm a spotter. Tell them that. My responsibility is to take the load off of the leader so that the ministry can get stronger and be more effective in the things of God. Do me one more favor. I'm a preacher. I need you to help me. Just touch everybody right and say, I'm a spotter. Tell them that.
Wow.